Chef Walia, what are we looking for? Just say, that was hilarious. Welcome to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. It's time for us to prepare breakfast this morning. And of course, it's by Chef Walia today. So, what are we having for breakfast?
So we're having puff puff, but not the regular puff puff. So we're having our Milky Coconut Puff Puff.
Milky Coconut Puff Puff. Milky Coconut Puff Puff. Oh, wow. Okay, I like the fact that the ingredients are simple because we all know the cost of flour now. And we also know the cost of sugar and the cost of oil. In fact, the cost of everything on this table. So let's talk about the ingredients. What are we making use of?
So we have our flour, all-purpose flour. So these are coconut milk. So these are oil for frying. We have a coconut flavor, sugar, and then yeast.
Yes, So we are going to put, how are we going to put this together? Are we using all of the flour? How much flour is this?
Yes, this is 1.5.
Okay, 1.5 cup of flour.
Yes, this is half cup.
Half cup of coconut milk.
Yes, this is half cup of sugar, and this is half tablespoon of yeast.
Half tablespoon of yeast.
So.
And then how much oil is this? This is for frying, really.
For frying,
it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
How much coconut flavor
so
are we making?
1 teaspoon.
Just 1 teaspoon.
Yeah.
So tell me, how do you intend to put this together?
So we mix our dry ingredients first, then our wet ingredients will go in.
Okay, so the dry ingredients
first are the
Is it just flour that is here?
Yes,
baking flour.
No, we are adding baking flour too. Baking flour and flour.
Baking soda as well.
No baking soda in puff puff. Yes. So we're adding our yeast and sugar to it. So then we'll mix our wet ingredients, which is milk, coconut milk rather, and our flavor.
Now, usually there's the talk of, oh, it has to rise when it comes to puff puff.
Yes, it has to rise.
For how long are we going to let it rise?
It's 30 minutes. 30 minutes?
Yes. So if we start mixing now, we finish up, say we'll start frying in 30 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. Is 30 minutes usually enough? Or are there cheat modes that you can use?
Depending on the temperature. So now we'll be using warm water. We'll be adding a little bit of warm water to our milk to make it faster. Okay, so the warm water is what will help? Yes, and the temperature of where we'll be keeping it. Because some people will tell you put it inside a refrigerator or something, but it won't work for it. No, it won't work for it. There are some dough that work for the refrigerator, but for yeast, so you know it's a micro this organism, so it needs some cool area, warmth area to grow. Okay. So the warm milk will help ensure that happens faster. Yes. Okay, so we are going to add a bit of water to the milk just so that it can heat up. The ingredients are currently on your screen. Milky Coconut Puff Puff. If you're a lover of puff puff and you want to do something different, this is something you can actually do to ensure that you get it right. The ingredients we're making use of flour. We're also making use of coconut milk. We're making use of sugar. We're making use of yeast. We're making use of baking powder. We're making use of nutmeg as well. We're also making use of a pinch of salt and coconut flavor and desiccated coconut and then oil for frying. Okay, so that's the purpose of the oil. All right. Welcome back to the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. Of course, Chef Walia is making breakfast for us, and it's Milky Coconut Puff Puff. All right. Perfect. So we have all our ingredients ready, and we are going to be mixing everything right now. So let's get started. Okay. So first, flour. Okay. All right. Adding our sugar. Yeast. Okay. And our baking powder. Okay. So we'll mix it up. Mix it up. So these are shredded or desiccated coconuts, fresh coconuts. Yes. So you could actually get that by getting fresh coconuts. Yes, your grater. You grate it. You have your desiccated coconuts ready to use. Okay. Now, there's also a way to do your coconut milk homemade. Yes. You blend your coconuts, then you extract the milk out. That's right. Yep. Okay, so that's the coconut flavor. That's as much as we are using, just a teaspoon. Yeah. Okay. So next is our key ingredients. The coconut milk. The coconut milk. Yeah. So remember, you just blend your fresh coconuts and extract the milk from the liquid. That way use your juicer. You have a juicer too. Yeah. So mix. Mix.
Now, remember we mentioned using warm coconut milk so that the flour can rise faster. So that we did that. That's why the kettle is there. So we boiled some water and added it to the coconut milk just so as to warm it up. The ingredients are on your screen right now. You want to scribble them down if you missed anything earlier. Talking about making Milky Coconut Puff Puff. So just check out the ingredients, stuff you may have missed, and catch up.
You don't want it to be too thick and to be too running.
Okay.
So
should we add a bit more milk?
Yes, we'll be adding a bit more milk.
Okay. So the milk should be the source of liquid.
Yes, yes.
So that way you can control the usage of water and ensure you get the right consistency. Okay. So me being me, when puff puff is being made, I love pepper being added. Is it okay to add pepper to
Yes, no. We are Nigerian.
Okay. So you can add either black pepper, you can add fresh
scotch bonnet.
And then I'm curious about something. Those onions affect puff puff if you put it now.
The best is to put it after rising.
So when it rises, just before you fry?
Yes, before you fry.
I've observed that even with akara, if you put onions...
Yes, you put onion, even salt, if you put it before frying, maybe you are not ready to fry, you now add it and leave it. It's going to make it watery.
Yeah, to make it watery, and then it will not have that firmness. Yes. So if you've ever wondered if that's probably why your puff puff or your akara isn't coming out right, know that this is why, because you put in onions or other such ingredients.
So this is the best consistency.
Okay.
So we are good.
Yeah. So note the way it looks now, because the next time you see it, it's going to look
so that you don't fry akara when you're frying your puff puff.
Really?
Have you seen all these social media people that say they fry their puff puff for the first time and it looks like akara?
So akara is even firmer than some of those things I used to see.
So you be careful with your water when you're adding it.
Yes. So there you have it.
So yeah, good.
Yeah. So we're going to let this rise.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to cover it up. You can use foil. Please tell us what we can make it
You can use your plates. You can use your clinch film or foil paper. Just if you have a oven at home, you can put it there just to keep it warm.
Yes. Doesn't mean you should put on the oven.
Don't put on the oven or microwave.
Then you're already baking it. So just make sure you just ensure it's covered. All right. So now we're going to let it rise. Towards the end of the show, we'll fry and serve for our guests. Yes. So Milky Coconut Puff Puff. That's what we're having for breakfast. Welcome to the kitchen. Today's chef is Chef Walia. Yes. And she's made us breakfast. This is Milky Coconut Puff Puff.
Okay.
So
never heard of that.
You've never heard of that? Yeah, there's always a first time. Okay, so Chef Walia, tell us about this while you try, please, the Milky Coconut.
Okay. Yeah. Just like our regular puff puff, but this is unique because instead of regular milk, I use coconut milk.
Okay.
And there's shredded coconut, fresh one in. So
that is
can you
crunchy.
feel it?
Oh, you could tell.
I could hear the crunch.
It's really. Oh wow! It was. You know, I was actually following the show while I was waiting, and then I was looking forward to what the outcome is going to look like. It's really, really, really nice. It's crunchy. I love the fact that it's actually very, very, very crunchy.
So I'll be very honest. When you were coming to the kitchen, the first thought I had was, she's going to say, my diet.
My diet.
So when you dug in, I was like, okay.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
My coach will not be angry.
Oh, wow. But she's trying to break stereotypes. Are you trying to say models do not eat? They eat. It's just that they work out after.
Oh, yeah.
All right, then. Chef Walia, you know we appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.